Good evening, fellow Aussians. Um, if you don't know what that's from, I'm so disappointed in you. At least someone in the comments, please know what that's from. um, I am Elvish. This is Violet. That is Quinn. Hello. How is
Hello.
everyone today?
How,
Aw, wah,
I was gonna ask how their
wah,
day was.
what,
Gosh. What
what,
happened to hello? How
what,
are you?
what, what? Do you remember that bird? I'm sorry. You know that like parakeet. You know that parakeet is
Wait, I
like
know what you're talking about, yeah.
she's like, "What doing?" He's like, "What doing? What? What?
What
What?
doing?
What? What? What?" She's like, "Is that the only what?"
What? I love
Okay,
birds.
I'm so
Okay,
sorry. I'm
anyway.
sorry. You can continue, please. I'm so sorry. I had my little tism moment, you know, my brain.
It's okay, it's okay.
Okay, continue.
I was just gonna say, like, I hope everyone's day's going good. I hope everyone, yeah, that's all.
Y'all, I
That
got
was
my
it.
septum pierced, by the way.
We both have our septums pierced. Let's go.
It's just like a motherfucker, though.
Take care of your piercings.
Yeah. Um, well, today we are doing Butcher and Blackbird by Bryn.
We always butcher author names here.
One day we're gonna get it right. But yeah. Take it away, Bronk.
Oh, pull the lever, Crunk. Okay. So just so you know, we do summaries here, but they usually, spoil parts of the book, so, leave or something if you're gonna not want to get a spoiler. Or just skip to the part where it's not spoiling. So, there is our main characters, Sloane and Rowan. Sloane goes by the alias the Orb Weaver, and she starts off in a cage of her victim, Albert. Oh God, I haven't had to say his last name out loud. Briscoes. Briscoes is house. And in the process, she meets a man, or our other main character, Rowan, um, who came originally to kill her victim, Albert, but ends up freeing her instead. He is also a serial killer. I forgot to mention. Can we restart? I feel like I did shit with the summary.
No, you're doing so good. You are doing so good. You're doing so good. Keep it going.
Okay.
This is Quinn's
okay.
first summary, by the way. It is going so perfectly.
I'm a baby. Okay.
No, you got this. It is so good. I'm over here, like, all giddy in my seat, like, oh my god, I cannot wait to praise him. Go for it. No, you're good.
So they're both serial killers, and Sloane ends up recognizing Rowan's line of work, and Rowan ends up recognizing Sloane's, but Rowan kind of is like teasing Sloane about it and being like, oh, do you recognize my name and stuff like that, and Sloane meanwhile is like, no, I don't. She's all pretending like that, like, no, I don't. So they go out after she's freed and get lunch and stuff, and Rowan eventually decides like he can't not see her again. He's got this weird creepy dude thing where he keeps like admiring her body for some reason, but other than that,
yeah. Ew.
but like he's eventually like, I can't not see this girl again. She's so fucking cool. And he's like, why don't we play this game, and whoever gets to this victim first and kills this person wins. So this game kind of continues throughout the book. There's depictions of like romantic tension, gore, and like just turns of events. And there's also like various different characters. Like, okay, the amount of serial killers in this book, I just want to know how the criminal underworld works at this point. Like,
Facts.
is this how it actually works? I'm
Facts.
amazed. Like goddamn. Like goddamn.
I have so many books for you to read now.
I know, right? Because there's if you don't mind if I yap, there's one character named Francis who's also a serial killer, and I believe he's actually their first target. Um, and he kind of they stopped. It was either a hotel or a motel or whatever the fuck you want to call it, but um, he stalked Sloane, and it was like through either a painting or the wall. And then Rowan was like, "Hey, Sloane, I don't think that painting's like okay." And Sloane was like, "The fuck you mean? You're stalking me?" And he's like, "No." And then and then they ended up, you know, Francis is not okay. But
That was such
it's
a
okay.
gross chapter too. I was like, bro.
I know. Don't even get me started on their next target, dude. Thorsten? That one was gross. Bro's a cannibal.
Thorsten was just vibing.
Thorsten was just vibing, to be honest. And then Sloane beat his ass. It was Sloane, right? It wasn't. Yeah, it was Sloane.
No, I think it was Sloane, yeah, because Rowan was poisoned by the cannibal meat.
Yeah. And Sloane didn't eat anything. So, yeah. So Rowan, because I'm pretty sure Rowan just woke up to her like tying him up and like taking his eyes out, and I was like, girl boss, girl boss, like hello. But yeah, it says in the book at some point that Thorsten kind of reminded Sloane of her first schmurder. And it was her teacher who like promised good colleges, but you know, did bad things to students, let's just say. Which isn't good. And I believe it was her friend's name was Lark, right? Yeah. Lark, because Leather and Lark. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's the next book we're reading. But yeah, so I think it's just okay. My mind is blown by this book series because I really like it and I'm all giddy. I don't know if you guys can tell. I'm really happy right now. But the way that they kind of portray these characters and just overall use I wouldn't say plot twists. What would you say? Like just like mild like twists, I guess.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a big like, whoa, that's such an amazing thing, but it's like, oh, I kind of didn't expect that, but that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll let you talk. I've been yapping.
Well, okay, so if you watched our last video, which was the King of Pride video, it's almost the same thing but switched, so I don't really have a lot to say about this book, so I guess I'll get my piece out and then Quinn can go ham. This book wasn't bad. This book wasn't bad. I'm gonna start there. For me personally, was it fantastic? No. Was it great? No. But it was good. I did enjoy it. I did enjoy the beginning. It was absolutely hilarious. I believe within one chapter, I already LOL'd twice. Which is funny because, mind you, I work alone. We don't have any music at work. We have no like audio at work, like TVs or anything like that. And I have headphones in. I'm just audibly randomly laughing at myself. So if my boss watches the cameras, I'm pretty sure I look psychotic. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
It's okay. I look psychotic in my room when I laugh at books. Sometimes I'm so serious. Sometimes like people will come in and check on me and be like, "Are you crying?" And I'm like, "No, I'm laughing."
That is so real. But like, I don't know. If I'm being honest with you, For this particular book, because I guess spoiler, we have already read this one and book 2, but we're only reviewing book 1. I don't feel as strongly about this one as I do the second one. I kind of liked Sloane. I didn't really like Rowan very much because he was very perverted, but
Yes,
not.
thank you. Applause, applause in the chat.
But it wasn't. You were holding out for that.
Yes, okay, because sorry, can I yap for a minute?
Yeah.
Okay, because how I said, like, in your DMs when I was like, I feel like they push the sexual aspect a little bit.
Yes.
That's what I meant. I don't like perverted men. I don't like.
Well, okay, so let's take, for example, let's just take, like, if you guys have read the Hunting Adeline series, first of all, fantastic series. Please read if you haven't. Let's take Zaid Meadows and his kind of pervertedness. That is okay. Zaid Meadows and his pervertedness, it worked with the story. It was fine. We love him. He's daddy. We get that. He was fine.
This MF was just like boobs.
I know, he was like boobs. He was like, I cannot wait to stick my schlong in her schlingy. And I'm like, what? Sir,
like,
you guys
hello?
are literally, you just got done eating
You
human
just
meat.
met. Hello? And there was like a scene, where she was literally just eating and he was like, wow, that's hot. And I was like, what? Hello?
I can't wait to be in that like, stop. And
Stop,
then,
stop.
like, mind you as well, like, the beginning of the book really kind of turned me off because there was one chapter, forgive me if I'm wrong, I want to say it's between chapter 2 and chapter 4. They go 4 years in the future over text messages, and you get absolutely, mind you, you go from the day they met to 4 years later, and they're so fucking infatuated with one another, basically in love without, like, wanting to admit they're in love. But then, like, I got zero chemistry from any of those text messages. They were kind of like there was banter back and forth, and I get that, but there was no chemistry. So finally, whenever you do see them together, you're just like, what the fuck is happening right now? What am I reading?
Yeah, I can see that. My reasoning is like not my reasoning, but the way my brain kind of put that together was like, hey, they haven't seen each other in so long. They're probably really shy to like actually communicate how they're feeling, right? So maybe they're just texting back and forth like this to, break the ice, or they're just strictly business right now, or like that's how their minds are working. But also, you have to acknowledge that they're a bit deranged. They are serial killers, so being obsessed, I don't know if it's love or obsession,
Yeah.
So it's a very high chance that this is obsession and not love.
When you're saying it like that, I think it's both, actually, because Rowan is very obsessed with Sloane. We've already mentioned, like, the pervertedness. He's very obsessed with her body, mind, and soul. I know that's not how you say it, but let's be very clear. Body comes first to him. But I feel like Sloane is, like, actually in love with him towards the end. Yeah. She fucking hates him, but, like, towards the end. And it was, like, an enemies to lovers type thing, but I didn't get the lovers aspect at all. But I will say, Rowan is a restaurant owner, I guess. He ends up opening a second restaurant and eventually calls it Butcher and Blackbird, aka LOL, the book name. And has a table specifically for her. They do the deed on said table in front of said open windows, and that was a very lip licking scene, and it was spicy, and it was good, and it was fine, but that was the only good spice scene out of the entire book. The rest of it was just like, okay. Like, I
I
found
will agree with
myself,
that.
yeah, like I found myself skipping through some of the spice scenes. Like anytime I would hear like anything explicit, I'm like, okay, well, let me just turn. Like I didn't.
Let me crank it down.
I didn't care. But then once we got that one restaurant scene where she was like on her table, that was okay. That was fine. But I really feel like this first book was so heavily forced that it didn't really give me any chemistry or any hardly anything. I mean, anything that I could
Well,
ever
what
say,
I'm
like,
wondering
I
is,
don't
was it
know,
supposed to give you chemistry? Again, with the obsession thing. That's what
maybe.
I'm obsessed with serial killers. I don't know if you knew this, but I don't know if the author went this deep, but I'm going this deep. um, if you go into psyche and stuff, you know, people depend on each other a lot. So if you have someone to depend on, I don't know. I don't know. It's just I think they were obsessed with each other. That's my
Yeah.
opinion. Um because what you went 4 years without seeing each other, you met up again, and then you're in love, question mark? But are you
Yeah.
really in love? Because there's always that 3-month rule, the honeymoon phase,
Yeah.
you know? And I don't think they are ever gonna get out of the honeymoon phase because it's an obsession thing. Does that make sense?
No, that's
So,
very valid. Well, besides small interjections here and there, I am done with my spiel.
okay. I mean, overall, I think you actually said a lot more of what I was going to say with the Zmegsy dime. But yeah, the only reason I took off a star for it, I rated it 4 stars because I did actually enjoy the writing style a lot, and I like this author's writing style, and I do enjoy the characters that were created, even if Rowan is a bit interesting at times. Um, and I took like a half a star off because of Rowan alone. I'm sorry,
Valid.
Rowan, not sorry.
Very
I
valid.
hate men. No, I'm kidding. um, but yeah. Um, I think it was cool. I like the little aliases they made, like the Orb Weaver and stuff. I think that was sick. Um, yeah. I liked the bonus chapter too. Um, there was also a part where Rowan, I have this in my notes, but Rowan literally calls Sloane the goddess of vengeance. And I was like, damn, okay, pop off. Um, he also says he would die for Sloane, which further proves my point. They're obsessed with each other. Sorry, I should have brought that up earlier. Cause okay, there's he doesn't just say he would die for her. I'm pretty sure he says he would die and kill for her, which makes it even worse. Um, so guys, that's bad. That's bad. um, so yeah, that's my rating for the book. That's my little wrap up there. Um,
I actually
yeah.
gave this book a 3.5. I debated because, once I finished this book, I had to go on Goodreads and I read a ton of reviews. And I was like, I genuinely have no idea what to rate this book. My heart is saying rate it a 2. Everyone is telling me to rate it a 5. But then I started deep diving.
It's definitely not a 5.
No, it's definitely not. But I started deep diving and I was like, damn, like the writing style was actually fun. I do agree with that. The writing style is very unique and very catchy. The beginning was pretty funny. I do like the serial killer aspect and I do like the again, yeah, I kind of agree. I don't know what to call them, so let's just say plot twists. I do like those. So overall, I gave it a 3.5. I did for once have to do the exact same as Quinn and take stars off because of Rowan. I feel like he was written in such an aggressive manner that it was just overall a turnoff, if that makes sense. And I just
Yeah.
wasn't really feeling him, to be honest. Um, I don't know. This is for, I guess, you, Quinn. I don't know if you've noticed it yet, but have you seen a common denominator between the books yet?
I have a little bit,
A little bit.
I think.
So each book, I discovered this because, I already mentioned that we read the second book. Each book is about the other brother.
Yes, okay, I was right.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, I think so, but I don't want to be wrong.
Yeah. So you get the Rowan has two brothers, and we have two extra books, so we get to see,
which is really cool.
Yeah.
Because
like
I
it.
wanted to learn more about the brothers, so
Right.
I'm kind of glad.
Because we actually meet Lachlan in this one. Lachlan is the main character of book 2. We actually meet Lachlan in here, but you don't see him very much. But from what I did see of him, I wanted to know more about him.
Yes!
And we got a whole ass book of him. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
what's the other guy's name? I didn't like the other brother, I'm not gonna lie.
he's book 3. I want to say, like, Flynn?
He started with an F.
Flynn? Not Flynn. Fionn?
Fran?
Fionn.
Fionn? Okay. Fionn.
I'm guessing.
I'm guessing too. I think it was like Fionn or something like that.
I have the book behind me. I guess I could... Hold on, let me pull the book out, see if I can... Well, hold on, let me Google
I think it was Fionn, because that's a name in my notes.
Oh, yeah.
It just says Fionn with a smiley face. I don't know what I was on. Passive-aggressive standards or something.
Yeah, Fionn.
Yeah, okay, so I
And
was
then
just being
it's about
passive-aggressive in my notes.
Rose. But, yeah. For me personally, I don't really have too much to say about this book, so either hop off or... Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else?
I do not. I think
Oh.
this book was... Listen, I yabbered like so much in the beginning. I got it all out. I mean, I could go on and on about how, like, dude, if we're... Okay. Don't get me started again. We'll be here for hours.
Well, okay. I guess if you guys have read it, let us know what your thoughts were, or if you want to read it, let us know that as well. And yeah. We're actually about to go record book 2, so hop on over to that one whenever you see it, because I said so. Duh.
Duh. Bye.
Okay, bye.